And it says we're live.
It lies.
As usual, well, it's screen change color, so
Yeah, more or less.
we will make an assumption.
Okay. Busy a couple of days. If you want to keep the air conditioner running, please donate here. It's hot. If you like coffee, talk to these guys. Let them know you heard about it here. Their blanket fort blend is exquisite, I may say. We've got Peanut Gallery is Courtney and Jonna, with Rita apparently coming in later.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not just hot; it's friggin' humidity.
It's like breathing through a hot, wet blanket out there. For those of you that are following this, Cedar's husband is being discharged and we'll be going home. It was interesting, but I'll let Cedar go into details when she gets done. But he is being discharged and is headed home to recuperate at home.
Yeah.
So let's see.
In other news,
It's a great fog. And you think I'm bad, Jonna is knackered.
Goddamn zombie.
she had to get up this morning, and she does not get up early. She am not a morning person.
I do not do mornings. Because I love Cedar, though, I got up and was at the hospital at 7 a.m. so we could catch the cardiologist to get all the information from them, because they're wily little suckers and they move fast.
Yeah, zip.
Yeah. So, and Sanford was cheerful and happy this morning and joking. He's still really weak. But now he's progressed to cranky because they told him he was going to get out. He wanted out now. But yeah, he should be home this afternoon.
Thank you, Padre. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, very much.
And
If
Cedar
you-
is on here.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetheart. If you want to support Cedar,
Buy her books.
buy Pinup Noir.
Yes, buy the books.
Yeah, stick that in there.
I had a rant.
You did.
Well, along with a few other people around here, Hunter Biden.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
How in the hell? Everything I've been taught, everything I've read, if you lie on a 4473, which is the document you're required to fill out to purchase a gun, that is a felony.
Unless you're Biden.
Right.
Thank you. He is being, quote unquote, prosecuted at a misdemeanor level for misdemeanor level.
To plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of tax evasion in federal court. I didn't realize there were misdemeanor federal charges. And participate in a pretrial program for firearm offense. Pretrial program means diversion,
Yeah.
and it can be dismissed if he completes the.
And, the exact same violation done by a black rapper got threatened with 9 years in prison. So I have our deadlines.
Pretrial
David, he bought it from a dealer. He bought the gun from a dealer.
He acknowledges unlawful possession of a Colt Cobra 38 Special revolver despite being addicted to drugs, and it's going to be a pretrial diversion.
Granted,
If I had
Shelley,
done that,
Yeah.
Not going there.
I did a quick pass this morning. There are currently 6 prosecutions in Oklahoma on lying on a 4473. Every one of them is facing up to 10 years in prison.
Yeah, there's a mandated minimum.
Yep.
On that sort of thing. They do exist. Oh, good to know.
Okay. Yeah. 18 USC 922 is the one I was talking about. Their rank have privileges. Yes.
Oh yes.
You guys should do a rundown on LibertyCon, what you guys are doing.
I don't remember.
Panels.
Yes, I know.
What panels are you on, Jim?
Hell, I don't know.
This is the last one before we go to LibertyCon. Do you know what the hell you're doing? Of course not.
I'm going to be there and be on panels.
I
And I'm doing a reading and I'm doing sales.
I
Oh,
think-
and
Yeah, 4 panels.
I screwed up, folks. I will not have RimWorld Diversion finished by the time LibertyCon. So
Oh,
Considering how things have been lately, that's like the least of our issues. But I'm glad the story's coming together. So
I've got one chapter left to write.
yeah.
think if I remember right, as of last notification, I have 4 panels I'm on. I have a shit ton of meetings.
That
We're
you're
on a-
taking Courtney
We
to.
have a shit ton of meetings.
You
If you
guys,
have these without me, I will hurt you.
because I mean, she needs to make sure we can actually do all the stuff. So
All right, we're on a gun panel with Larry.
Yes,
2-hour
a
gun
2-hour
It's a
gun
2-hour gun panel in the big room.
And then right after that, I segue straight into a 2-panel no shit panel, 2-hour no shit panel with Kelly, as a matter of fact, who's on here somewhere.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get drunk until I pass out. And then Saturday or Sunday, I've got more. I don't remember.
Sunday we have our 10 a.m. What's going on with Raconteur
Raconteur
Press
Press.
panel?
Yes,
We
we-
also have, I'm moderating one on indie publishing.
Yeah, you're on that one too, which you're going to drag all kinds of people onto. So
Hey, speaking of, there's John Van Stryke.
That's not on my schedule, but I assume I'm going to be on.
Yeah. Yes, you will be.
Law Dog Stunt Double will be on that panel.
And John will be drafted. Yes.
most likely, yeah, that'll be a good gang of people to get information from.
Yeah.
Cedar will not be there for reasons which I hope
But-
are clearly obvious.
But we will still have Cedar's author table, which I think is 10 p.m. Friday night,
10 p.m.
along with
Friday night.
Courtney's
Mhm.
and Rob Howell. So we're going to bring the speaker and have a dance party up on the mezzanine with our tables. We will have the
I'm
pinup.
going to be in a no shit panel.
I know you are. The pinup noir poster will be there and available for purchase, along with these.
Yes,
So-
we have hard copies.
Yeah, we're gonna have copies with us. We're gonna have Cedar come sign them all before we bring them over. And then we have the Raconteur Press table, which we don't know when we're doing that, but it is happening at some point with all of our books. So
Right.
Oh.
It's probably going to be Saturday night.
probably Saturday night.
Yeah.
The for those of you who were at LTUE some years back, James Young was Peter Grant's stunt double.
He was trying to just be incognito. The poor thing sat down with us.
Yeah, he got drafted. He was
That's
Peter
a
Grant's
mistake.
stunt double. This LibertyCon, James Young will be Cedar's stunt double.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, James, that was an interesting year.
Well, it was fun though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
James was not going to say anything, do anything, be on a panel. By the last panel, he got up and said, "I'm Dr. James Young. I am a military historian. I work for the U.S. government, and I'm the moderator of this frickin' panel." And James was outed.
Yeah, it should be fun.
He's Friday at Thursday, whatever the first day of LTUE. He sat. We were in staggered in or at the table.
Well, we were at the never ending dinner table
Yeah.
at the
Never-
bar.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like- like we do.
Throwing money at the bartender.
I mean, the waiter loved us because every time he walked up, we handed him a 20.
Yeah.
So,
So James walked up, looked around, sat down. That was a mistake.
Mhm.
We adopted him.
Mhm. He's a little wary. He was like, he said, I'll make sure she's covered on all things. He says, but the Raconteur Press panel, I said, you don't get to be on that one. He's like, what? I said, not unless you write us a story.
Thank you.
And he was like, oh. And I said, and you could, because it would be so helpful to Cedar. And he's like, God damn you. You are so mercenary. And I'm like, I am not below using a quivering lip to get you to do something. So anyway, but we do have some deadlines.
We have deadlines coming up.
Yeah, Jim, you have the library deadline coming up for the library anthology.
Yep.
So
End of August.
end of August. And you can explain that one again because some people are here that didn't see that before.
Yes. We're doing another anthology for the library because the two that we did for haunted libraries has made over $1,000, probably approaching $1,500 for our local library.
The children's programs.
And
yeah.
that money goes directly to children's programs. As long, excuse me, as long as the librarian can remind the comptroller that yes, they have an account and yes, she's supposed to get the money.
Because the library is a city division. The money actually goes to the comptroller of the city, who apparently had forgotten
Yes.
that the library was having money coming in and was trying to figure out where this money came from.
And was going to send it back.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wow, that's an honest comptroller. Because honestly, if you get money in a city,
Yeah.
you just keep it until you figure out where the hell to put it.
It's
So,
Arrow
So,
Park. Have you
anyway-
noticed
anyway,
Arrow Park?
that's
What we're looking for is oil field. 1890 to 1930-ish time frame. Story has to involve the oil fields. It can be a love story, it can be a hate story, it can be whatever you want to do.
Noir.
Noir
Noir.
involving the oil fields. Doesn't necessarily have to be Texas.
Just the oil patch.
Yeah, oil patch, period. 5,000 to 8,000 words and a good story.
Entertaining.
we also have deadlines for Moggies in Space at 6:30. So
Into June,
cat
Moggies in
stories.
Space.
We'll probably do a second one. Yeah, we also have we are definitely so Space Marines 2, we sent all the contracts on, so people got those, but we have enough for a third one. So we're going to be doing a third one for sure. And this time we have a bunch of stories already. We know we're going in the third one, so we're going to tell people, hey, we're going to keep you. We don't know our date yet, but if you want to take your service, sorry, you can, but we'd like to keep you.
Oh, James Young could do such a great Space
I
Marine story.
know, don't you think? There might be a plan. So the other one we have going on is LibertyCon postcards opens Friday morning. So we'll have another postcard thing going. So
I'm doing the promo now.
and the promo will go up this afternoon. Don't ask us early because you're gonna be on the road. We can't send you anything. So
Yeah, Winkle Red, my story will take place in Borger, since my daddy actually worked up there in the oil business in the 1930s. So
David, your Boggies in Space was received. We haven't forgotten it. It hadn't got lost. We
no,
got
have
it. We got it.
We have it. And so just so you know, we'll be sending out acceptances on those on July 7th.
So it closes June 30th. If you have a story that's entertaining and involves cats in space, send it to us.
Yep. And we'll probably try to figure out volume 1 and 2 beforehand so we can let people know for sure. So because we've been hanging on to some stories for a while and because they're just so good, but we also want to let people know a little sooner that we're going to keep them for 2 or 3 if it's a couple months out. So
what's the deadline for the non-legal Spurgle stories?
Your Honor, I can explain has closed. There will be 2 volumes of that. It's crazy ass number of stories. What happened is open now and closes September 30th. So we got time on that one. That's why I'm not worried. We're getting a crap ton of stories on that one. And when we get back from LibertyCon, we'll have an update on the one that Casey Azell is kind of spearheading.
Or all will
We're
burn.
going to try to sit down with all of our tiaras on and explain that one. So, because we have tiaras, not that you know.
I saw that. I saw boxes. There are several boxes of tiaras in
Yes,
the
so-
blanket fort.
So anyway, so those are the ones that are coming up. But we will have cover posters to help support Cedar. We'll have posters of those. We'll have Cedar's books with us. We'll have Pinup Noir, and we'll have the Raconteur Press table with our books.
And we have a question. 2 volumes, if Your Honor, I can explain.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to start with the first one, and then the second one will probably come at the end of the series. We're still scheduling that out because our cover design artist is a little busy with an invalid husband.
Yep.
And we're a tiny little press that's sort of like, what the hell are we doing and how did we get here? So,
Jesse says, Your Honor, can I appeal?
I can appeal.
we can do that. That's a good title.
Oh, God.
I do like that.
Oh, God.
Your Honor, can I appeal? I guess that'll be volume 2. Thank you, Jesse. So yeah, that's the current update on deadlines and stuff. So
Padre will be asking for another postcard.
yeah,
Yes. Ask
you
for it
ask
Friday morning.
because we're gonna ignore you until then. So because we're
Right at Friday is will
Yeah.
be a bit of a busy weekend.
Yeah.
Padre,
Except
yes.
for now, we're packing tomorrow. We're 14 hours on the road on Thursday. I will not be speaking to anybody until
no,
Friday after.
not until Friday. So
And yeah, Lieutenant Spurgle appears in Siege Waffle House 1347. He does.
Yeah.
so we had a complaint about Kelly being the Toastmaster of Pecan
A complaint?
as opposed to the Waffle Master of Pecan. So I'm going to suggest to the convention committee that he be given Eggos to use as frisbees at opening ceremonies. So
Preferably still frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, marriage retreat. Oh, that's going to be so much fun, Padre.
There,
Retreating from
Raconteur-
marriage, or you-
Raconteur Press will have a minor announcement, probably after, it will definitely after LibertyCon, but probably the weekend after LibertyCon.
What?
Yes, we will.
Do I know about this already?
You're the one that told me about it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, never mind.
Steve!
Richard, we won't be there. None of us will be there Thursday for lunch. We won't be there until late Thursday, early Friday.
Yeah, we're not getting there till like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. So
Since the announcement only involved Courtney giggling for 30 minutes, there she goes again.
And bouncing.
And
More
bouncing. Tell us a minor announcement. Nobody
yeah,
got
it's
licked,
interesting what we're adding to Raconteur Press.
right? So we're gonna have some sort of a minor announcement, which y'all are probably gonna find amusing as hell.
Sometimes I am glad I am not involved.
You were there.
No, he was not.
Not one.
Yeah, you're the one that gave me the advice on the particular military program.
Oh,
Yes,
You're involved.
damn it.
you are an unindicted co-conspirator.
Not the first time.
Rita and I are clipping out of here early Thursday morning. And it's 13-hour trip plus an hour change, so 14-hour computed.
So 16 hours.
Add an hour or two for piddle breaks, fuel, and I have no idea what an early departure for Rita entails.
Chicken is involved, the pig is committed. That's true, Wally. That's very true.
I'm going to. Okay. John, I'm not sure what we're taking. I smile at Rita and doze off. And then, I have a box of the new Law Dog books and the posters, so those will be available for purchase.
Okay, John, we'll see you when you get there. I do want to talk about something fairly serious, and that is this kludged together deep submersible that's missing.
Was it a kludge?
Yes.
Oh dear, no wonder.
The
Finger.
yes.
So I happen to know an international expert on submersibles and things like that. And this company isn't as fly by night as most people are reporting. They just work, there's some places they're not approved in because of overly strict regulations. And they've been in business since 2008 and have never had a problem.
And one of the places they're not allowed and not certified in is the United States.
Yeah, they work in international waters.
Yeah.
But the expert I was talking with, who you happen to know, quietly informed me that the entire community is going, what the hell?
Yeah.
Because their design has not had any problems whatsoever. So they're thinking crack and crush or Kraken.
Well,
But they're really confused about what's going on. But there's a lot of stuff that's not being released.
there are
So,
three possibilities. One is
Mhm.
crack and crush.
Yeah.
Which is where at that depth a crack in the hull means
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat. Yeah.
6,000 psi is
Yeah.
the
It's serious. Yeah.
amount of pressure at depth.
Mhm.
The other issues are one, they got hung up on something.
hung up on structure.
Mhm.
Second is they got hung up on a floating net somewhere mid depth,
Yep. That's the other one.
and that does happen.
Yeah, but they do have 5 times the air requirement, so they do have air till Thursday.
Seriously.
Yes.
Oh wow.
But the
Yeah.
air is in scuba bottles under the floor.
But they know that. So
But this is what I'm talking about, kludged together.
Mhm.
Also, the controller is not a real controller.
yeah, it's a different system. It's a little more complex than what they've been showing, but it's similar to what you've been seeing.
It's
So
a friggin' game controller.
it works like one, but like I said, what they've been
It is a
showing,
game controller.
it's not what's been shown, but it was built off of game controller technology. So
It's a game controller,
Well, 'cause it works. So,
Yeah,
'cause people
more or
like-
less. It works till it doesn't.
Yeah.
The other thing is they're talking about, well, send a DSRV down.
How?
Well, for one, we don't have any more DSRVs. Mystic and her sister have been decommissioned, and they only could go to 5,000 feet. The other thing that you're hearing is, well, they can send a U.S. Navy submarine. Submarines can't go that deep. Also, there has been no EPIRB, which is electronic position recording. There has been no buoy release. There has been no communication. Yeah, Joel, I would not go any deeper than anything swimming if not built subsafe.
I don't go to that depth, period.
But the other problems are, one, if they can find it,
It's a big ocean, folks.
you're talking 2 miles down. You're talking about trying to find literally a needle in a haystack, one. Two, the problem is that all of those, yes, they are, Kermit, all of those submersibles are underpowered. To use batteries that can stand up to the depth, they're very small and they are very slow. The maximum speed most submersibles can make is about 4 knots. At that depth and at that location, you can have up to a 2-knot current. That's assuming the weather stays good. The weather is not good up there right now. They are looking at sea state 3 to 4.
Woof.
So
So it could be on the surface. Somewhere.
Huh?
So it could be on the surface somewhere.
it could be. One of the problems with searches, and I have done actual searches for missing things on the water. What you do is if you're in a window on the airplane, you look at the horizon, you put 2 fingers out, and you look, this finger, top finger is on the horizon, and you look below that bottom finger. That is your search range. At 500 feet, it's about 5 miles. That's as far as you can see and pick out anything. Now, when you start adding sea state in, now you're looking at whitecaps. Whitecaps make it damn near impossible with a white submersible to spot it, assuming it's on the surface. Another possibility is they came to the surface, somebody panicked, opened the hatch, it flooded and went down.
I'm given to understand from outside sources that it's not, they're not capable of open hatches from the inside. It has to be open from the outside.
If they're not capable of opening from the inside, that's a serious safety risk. Possibility. Not saying that's what happened.
No, there's way too much up in the air right now.
The other thing is, in searching, you're good for 30 minutes on a window, and you have to be replaced. Because after 30 minutes, you could look right at something and not see it because it is so boring. You've got P3s, Canadian P3s called CP-140s. You have Coast Guard C-130s. You have P-8s from the U.S. Navy. They can do multiple capability searches. They can do visual, they can do radar, they can do other systems. But you're also talking 900 miles out. For a C-130 or a P-3, that's well over 2 hours out. That's 4 to 5 hours on station, 2 hours back. For a P8, that's hour and a half out, 4 hours on station, hour and a half back. We don't have that many crews, folks. So they're good for maybe 3 or 4 days of searching. Maybe. Now,
Hey, Brian.
talking about submersibles. The number of submersibles that can actually get to 12,500 feet is very limited. If they have one close, and they might have one either at Woods Hole or a couple other locations, the possibility exists that they could get underway and get out there in 40 hours. That's about how long it would take them to get from the East Coast out there, is 40 hours. Now, assuming they have 72 hours of air, that gives that submersible about 30 hours of search capability once it goes to water. Now, it takes 2 to 3 to 4 hours for it to get down to depth. Nancy, EPIRB is going to automatically trigger. There's also a manual trigger. That's another way to do it.
But if they're caught up in a net, that could
Yeah, could be blocking everything. If they have a submersible, a deep submersible available, what they would be doing is frantically repositioning the manipulator arms and putting the cutters on. And cutters are basically like a big pair of scissors. And what they're designed to do is cut away up to, and I want to say, a 1/4 inch cable. Not sure on that.
Gary goes from rescue to recovery on Thursday.
But what they would try to do is, if they can find the unit, if it is trapped, they would try to cut it free. Now, like I said, 2-knot current roughly down at the bottom at that area. What could have happened is, yeah, David, it's similar, but you have a very different aspect when you're talking a manipulator arm. And it cannot generate the pressure that a fire department Hurst tool can generate. But what happens is, if that ROV or deep submersible had gotten crossways, it could have very well been pushed into the wreck. If it's pushed into the wreck, now it probably does not have enough power to back itself out. The question is, can another submersible hook to it and pull it back out? That's the $64 question, assuming they can find it. Also, quite honestly, there are so many unknowns in this, we may never know what happened.
It's the sea.
It is the sea.
It's the ocean.
And
She keeps her secrets.
yeah. One of the comments that I've seen is, well, they could rescue them with another submersible.
No.
No, they can't. That capability does not currently exist for submersibles. That only exists in a very limited extent for submarines because of the specific design requirements, not only of the hatches, but also of the mating rings. And I'm not going to get into the technical details of that, but that is very specific worldwide for every submarine community, good guys and bad guys. Those mating rings and hatches have an identical design for a reason.
James, actually, it won't be a recovery mission until Thursday.
Yeah.
Apparently, they have enough air till Thursday.
Somebody else
It's gonna
brought
be
up,
a stinky sub.
yeah, well, they have no chairs. It's a bench.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they do have a bathroom. Becky, yeah, that was what they were going to use to bring up the men off the Kursk. The problem is, I've heard people mention, well, they have scrubbers. Yes and no. Scrubbers work for a while. but they have a very finite limitation on them. And if
What?
you lose power for any reason, that scrubber quits working. That's part of the reason that they have the scuba bottles as their emergency air supply. Yeah, John, you're right. If they hung up on a wreck, they'll still be there. Some people,
To be part of the exhibit from now on.
some people basically say this is payback by the Titanic for people coming down and stealing stuff. You know, everybody's got their own
Wouldn't
beliefs.
surprise me.
You're exactly right, David. And that's why I'm mentioning these things, because a lot of what I'm hearing is not possible. As much as we
Wishful
would
thinking.
like for it to be,
Wishful thinking.
it's not. Yeah, it's a graveyard. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I do have some experience in that area, and yeah, John, there's a team out of Long Island who go recover the bodies of dead scuba divers.
Mhm.
Yep. Yes, Carlton. Sanford should be coming home sometime today.
He's being released today. Go home to recuperate.
Of course, it is also a hospital, so they start to release at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you might get out of there at 4
You
o'clock in the
are
afternoon.
hospital time.
Yeah.
Just lie back and enjoy it.
And you can't because the beds suck.
That ain't no lie.
Yeah.
Okay, other stuff.
One thing, let me say one
okay.
thing about hospitals. If you've never had the pleasure of being in a hospital, the beds suck and you don't get any sleep because they wake your ass up every hour.
Indeed.
Okay, next.
I forgot what I was going to talk about.
Courtney, do
Squirrel.
you have anything?
Yeah, Courtney, help.
Courtney is working on the LibertyCon postcards
Oh.
promo stuff.
Okay.
And the food is usually bad too. Yes.
Oh, not only that,
Sure.
not only is the food bad, but if when you're on a cardiac diet, it's worse.
So my last hospital stay.
Feeding him, he'll have good food.
Yeah. My last hospital stay, I didn't sleep for 3 days.
Yeah.
So that was, and I just had a baby.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Well, that's your own damn. Well, you were
That was
half
my
of
own
it.
fault.
It
That
was
a
your fault.
surprise. that's not supposed to be possible. Surprise! Best surprise ever. And she's learning teenager face.
Yeah.
So, and she dyed her hair green for the summer.
Oh boy.
Yay. LibertyCon. For those of you coming to LibertyCon, have a good time. Kelly and I will either be in the bar or out in the smoke pit. After the sun goes down, we'll probably be telling tales. Do not bring underage children, virgin aunts, mother-in-laws, or grandmothers that aren't. Anyway,
If they're Texas grandmothers, they'll probably be laughing and going, "Honey, you don't know the half of it."
because
They'll have better stories.
yeah, right. Kelly and I tell
As you have
stories.
found out.
Oh yeah, tell stories after dark that will kink the hair if you're not really careful.
There's a picture of Logan having watched some of the.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
What about retired nuns? No.
You can chance it. The no ship panel on Friday night is going to be 2 hours because LibertyCon has given in to the the inevitable and made that a 2-hour panel. Thank God. Let's see what else is there. And Mike Massa is
Mike's on the panel.
he's moderating the no ship panel, so
Yeah.
we will actually stay more or less on time, on target.
Yeah, right.
It's Mike. Look, Mike.
Yeah. David, the North Atlantic is as bad as the Roaring Forties in the South Atlantic, South Pacific, and the North Pacific.
It's the ocean. She wants to kill you.
Yep.
Period.
And she will damn sure make a try at it.
So that's me and Kelly and Mike and Griffin Barber, who's a retired San Francisco PD officer. So we'll tell stories for booze. No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I will be one cocktail deep when I get to the shit. No, I won't.
No, you won't, because you're not going to have time.
If
Not unless
think
you
won't
start
be-
early.
I can't start early. I'll be too schnockered to sling stories if
Yeah.
I start early. Okay.
Jamie Ibsen and Jonathan Brazy also. Okay.
On the no ship panel,
I guess. I don't know.
that should be fun. We have a Raconteur Press early. Rich Grower must hate us because we have an early Sunday morning Raconteur Press panel.
Okay, so all of my stuff is like 10 a.m., 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. And then all of my other stuff is like early in the morning.
Right.
I think it's because I think we're considered last.
So,
And Cedar just sent a text this, and things are grinding along at hospital speed.
yes. So we're going to have a round table. It'll be Cedar won't be there, but the rest of the Raconteur Press gang will be there. We'll explain what's going on and let y'all ask questions. What? Apparently, if you come to the Raconteur Press panel, you get a prize for showing up.
Mhm.
Okay,
You're all there.
I didn't know. So, yes. So, have your questions. If any questions you've ever wanted to ask about Raconteur Press, that does not mean that. Yes, that does not mean we will answer said questions. You can ask them. Oh, so badge ribbon. Oh, and Brian's got evil badge ribbons for us.
Okay, what?
Did you hear that? That was Courtney going, what? So we're going to have stacking some fruit salad on our badges.
Yeah. Yeah, differ when the military is moving quickly to study hospitals for better time management. Not.
Jonna will be in the craft room most of the con. She will, when she's not zipping by at high speed. And then we're going to snatch her out for the Raconteur Press. The Raconteur Press panel. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. Okay. While I do not yet have a sign, I'm going to have a sign. And one sign will say, I have minions for that. I forget what the other side's going to say. Anyway, if you're going to ask me about possible anthologies or suggest possible anthologies, I'm going to look at you, nod, and then yell for Courtney or Jonna. All I do, folks, is stand out front and look pretty. I also apparently have meetings.
That's what the other side says. I have minions for that, and then my job is to stand here and look pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
my sign says minion 1. And they'll see the other sign if they come find you.
So, you can come up and pitch anthology ideas at me. I'm going to be so deep in Scroll Rave that I will not remember over about 5 minutes. If you
If
really,
that long.
yeah, really, I'm going to be overstimulated. My ADD will be running rampant. If you are serious about your anthology suggestion or your book suggestion, target Courtney or Jonna. You can ask me, I won't remember. And then in a year, somebody will go, but Law Dog, what about, when did you, LibertyCon, squirrels. Everybody's nodding. And John says you'll have to send an email.
Yeah, actually, if you send an email, that means we have it in writing, and one of us will remember to respond to you.
So yes, I have my desk sign. So I actually have an official sign. Courtesy of Kelly, by the way. Like I said, I will be happy to talk with you. I will not remember it. I'm going to be so over after the drive. I'll be so overstimulated. It won't be even the least bit funny. I'll be overstimulated. My ADD and other issues will be running rampant. So I will smile and nod and say nice things and sorry, but I'll probably forget in the next 5 minutes or so.
That's the truth.
Yes. So email to Racktor Press if you have a rackpress.com if you have a anthology or a book idea. That way we'll be sure we'll have it in writing and I'll remember, or they'll remember, or somebody will remember. Because at these things, I don't remember worth a damn. I really don't. I'm hip deep in meetings. I was talking to Hillbilly yesterday, Three Ravens, and he started giggling at me when I said I had more meetings than I had panels. He said, "Welcome to publishing."
Yeah.
Sucker.
Which is why I don't do it. I was looking. Apparently, I'm doing a reading. Cal Spriggs and I are doing a reading at some point.
Oh.
So if you're curious about what is in Diversions, I will probably do a reading from Diversions. But it won't be the first opening chapter. I'll find something else.
There is on the calendar. I don't know where. Don't ask. There is a reading with Steve Diamond and Kelly Grayson. Are taking an hour to do readings. Apparently, they're going to be reading their stories in Pinup Noir. If you like the stories, there may be me and a minion in the back selling copies of the book. And you can grab a copy, run right up there, and get Kelly and Steve to sign it. I'll throw that out there. And it helps out Cedar.
Yeah.
Kelly says that he's going to get us Ian a sign that says "Get me drunk, suggest anthologies." I'm pretty sure the entire world knows that by now.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's a running joke.
Padre says my dad used to refer to the Indonesian equivalent of inshallah as like manana without the sense of urgency. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Anybody that spent time in that part of the world is very familiar with that.
Yeah.
Especially up around HMAS Butterworth.
You get the Chinese to quit salvaging the steel unlawfully.
Yeah.
Stealing steel unlawfully.
Yeah. HMS Butterworth was a Australian air station on an island in the Malacca Straits.
Okay.
And when we flew up there, our job was to do rigging of ships.
Okay.
You know how many fucking ships go through the Malacca Strait every day? It's nose to tail, 2,000 yards apart,
Okay.
going north and coming south.
Yay.
And oh, by the way, you can't overfly land,
Why not?
and you're not supposed to overfly the ships
Yeah,
because
whatever.
you're violating territory.
Gotta get over it. What are they gonna do? Sling spitwads at you?
Some people would have shot us down happily.
But anyway, when Steve and Kelly are doing their readings, we'll be in the back.
And hey, man, Kelly says he's going to do an interpretive dance. You're not going to like that. We've seen Kelly's interpretive dance before.
Prepare your forebrain.
I know that's a mental image I've been trying to get rid of for years.
God. Despite the fact that Cedar will not be there, Racktor Press is going to be having a good time at LibertyCon. Apparently, there will be a dance-off or dance party at a reading.
Oh, we're going to be having a dance party in the mezzanine with the author tables. There will be music and there will be books, and you're welcome to come and just have fun. Because it's 10 o'clock at night on a Friday.
Friday at 10 o'clock,
Oh,
when
joy.
I'm in the No Shit panel, they're having a dance party on the mezzanine.
And if I do not have a drink, it will only because I finished it.
Apparently, there will also be paper airplane flying.
Yes.
In the craft room. Come get your paper airplane.
Come get your paper airplane in the craft room and sail it off because the mezzanine overlooks that long.
So in other words, a good chance to get thrown out of the hotel.
Ooh,
I got it. It's room for Brandy.
Apparently, it's already been approved.
Don't give Kelly any ideas, please.
So we are going.
God,
Folks,
no lap dances. No, just friggin' no.
Kelly, I
Oh.
will pay you to not lap dance.
Raptor Press, despite the recent issues, is going to LibertyCon to have a good time. And it's going to be a little nutty, a lot nutty, maybe a little crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of good time will be had.
Carlton says, I'm a former theater major. You can't scare me with Kelly threats.
You had to go there.
Oh,
That's not a challenge, dude.
You had to go there.
no. I'll be in
Yeah.
the bar.
Yep. Kelly heard it.
Somebody bring in portable pole. I don't know that we've got one strong enough, Winkle Red.
Oh my God.
That sucker had to be mounted 4 feet deep in concrete.
Okay, so we are going to LibertyCon to have a good time. Please come by and see us. Bring a willingness to have a good time. We're going to be a little wild and crazy. Going to be a lot of fun.
Richard says, I work at Walmart. You can't scare me either.
He's got a point.
Yeah, he does.
Walmartians are a whole different breed.
Oh, boy. Are they ever?
They're not as bad as the Dollar Generalies, but who apparently have to dress up to go to Walmart.
Yeah. Based on what I've seen, yeah, that's sadly true.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I work at a gun shop. Well,
Hey, at least people are wearing
clothes.
clothes when they come in, David.
This is a T I must score next year. On that note, folks, a lot of people have been asking where to get tickets for LibertyCon. You got about 45 to 90 minutes the day the tickets open up. LibertyCon is an extremely popular con, and the tickets sell out with a quickness. So when they make the announcement that the tickets will be going on sale, be ready, because you got about 45 to 90 minutes after they go on sale. It sold out. John, what's the record for selling out LibertyCon tickets?
15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, they sold out 750 tickets in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was pre-COVID, it sold out. So.
They're pre-COVID.
It has sold out for, what, 15 years at least?
No, that's not true. Right after Sad Puppies is when it started selling out right away.
Because my first one, I bought a ticket 2 or 3 months after. I bought it.
At the door the first time I went.
Yeah, I bought a ticket. My first ever LibertyCon. I bought a ticket a couple months before I went.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's funny how quickly they sell out now.
Yeah.
Well, I think, in all honesty, it's because people looked around at the other cons and they looked at what was happening at LibertyCon, and people were having fun.
Yep.
People were not being pressed to adapt their beliefs to anything. And they got a chance to mix with the authors without any pressure.
Yep.
The other cons, I want to say 2015, 16 started that left drift. And it's only gotten worse.
LibertyCon, everybody's there to have a good time, and they're science fiction fans, and just there to have a good time. Meet their authors, get maybe an autograph signed, and generally have fun with like-minded folks.
Yeah.
And by like-minded, I mean science fiction and fantasy fans.
Yeah. And regardless of what your personal beliefs are, nobody cares.
Not really.
Yeah.
Just don't flop it out on the table and nobody will care.
Yeah. At somebody's level of whack it.
It's also the most well-armed con I've ever been to. And that includes the National Rifle Association annual meeting.
Yeah. It's the only con that's got its own firearms day ahead of the con.
Yeah, it's the first one I went to. I was in the corner freaking out, and calmed down. Jim and I were trying to figure out what weapons the people walking up and down the hall were wearing. And it's like, one gun, gun and a knife, two knives, gun and a knife. He's paranoid.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that.
Yep. That's back when it was still at the Choo Choo.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Choo Choo was an interesting place.
Yep.
Yeah, this year there will be 2 range outings. The Huns are doing a separate one.
Wow. Well done.
James Cochran sponsored / led it for many years.
Uh-huh.
And sadly, he passed away last year,
2020, I think.
2020.
I think.
So one of them's kind of a memorial shoot for him. Yeah.
Yeah, John, me too.
First
We
it
were-
was John.
We were at the Frothy Monkey at the old Choo Choo.
Yeah.
And I tried to crawl out of a booth over Jim.
And then it was Tom Kratman
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
the same day.
Oh,
As a matter of fact, at the same time. That is the most freaked out I've ever seen Ian.
yes. Yep. It's like, here's John Van Stryde that I knew peripherally as, hey, if you want to be an independent author, be like John. And we invited him to go to the Frothy Monkey for coffee. And then somebody let slip who I was, and he looked over and said, "You're a law dog?" And I tried to crawl over Jim.
And then Tom Kratman
Why are
showed
you
up
giggling?
about 10 minutes later,
Yeah.
and Ian freaked even worse.
Oh, Kratman. It's Kratman.
So we have fun. We have fun watching Ian freak. He's getting a little bit better.
I'm having to. The scars are. Oh,
But the main thing, folks, is if you're the Kratman of Doom, if you're going to make it, come have fun.
yes, show up
Uh,
ready to have fun. Because
Brian,
we're going to.
Brian is bringing
The Bubba Truck.
the Bubba Truck 2. It will be there and on display with all the toys working, apparently. He's been putting a lot of time into getting all the upgrades done. And
I'm just shocked that it requires upgrades. I mean,
he has his own panel now.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Hell yes. I will drink mead. I'm going to keep it to. I'm hoping like hell that the bar at the convention has Bombay Bramble, because Rita
It's a Marriott. They probably do.
and I discovered Bombay Bramble Sonics, which is like a gin and tonic, except you use the raspberry gin, and then instead of tonic, you cut it half and half tonic and soda water. Makes a very light, very, very drinkable cocktail.
Brian, I know you're on the systems integration panel, but that's basically your chance to talk about the Bubba Truck.
Yep.
And if you don't, you're nuts. We did not break anything, Kermit.
Well, we do break stuff, but you have to narrow it down a bit.
Yeah.
Brian's figured you guys broke. Apparently, somebody smuggled or snuck some really disgusting Mountain Dew into the back seat of that truck.
That was a long time ago.
Yep.
I know nothing. It wasn't here. It didn't happen on my watch, and you have no pictures.
Like stuck a 12 pack in there that we were trying to get rid of.
And Brian says, I still drink that. You, my friend, are not right. When Jim turns that shit down,
Oh, that was
He fits in perfectly.
one of the fools cons. Somebody brought a 12 pack of radioactive Mountain Dew, and everybody opened one. Everybody tried it. It's like, oh. So
he's mixing it with vodka. Oh, joy.
so he came by Jim's house after FoolsCon shut down, and we went out there and snuck the 12. Just hid the 12 pack in his back seat. Say bye.
There's no place on the Bubba truck for a pedal mount for a 50 BMG. Besides, the Dillon Arrow minigun is much better.
Oh yes, yes. The bumper mounted minigun is.
Yes.
And for those of you who haven't met Brian yet, Brian is a hell of a guy. He's a really nice, and he is so proud of that truck. And he or Keith Duke will show you all over that truck, and it's a hell of a thing.
And Brian am an engineer, and so is Keith. And Brian gets to play with toys.
No place to truck for it yet. Well, yes. But if you see it and Brian's there, you can't miss Brian.
Yeah.
Go up and talk to him about it. He'll
Yeah.
he takes pictures and he'll show you everything. It's a heck of that thing is a labor of love, and it is fantastic.
Yes. More firepower that way. Yet. Oh, Brian, no.
It's
I
He's-
thought we only said that for John Ringo.
Yeah.
Now I got to start saying it
Except
with
for
Brian.
He's putting strap more DACA more DACA good. He's putting mounts,
Strap hangers.
strap hangers for people riding the sideboards, which confuses the crap out of me. I'm not sure how the hell you get off the truck if you're attached to it.
Well, if it could be like the old, tailboard trash fire trucks.
Mhm.
Where you just slide out of it, or you got your hand grip through it.
I've done this before.
Yeah, so have I. Quick release. Yeah, it depends on what kind of quick release you have.
Just hang on, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
DACA. All the DACA. See, the thing about having the quick disconnect, to me, sort of hints that you're going to be driving at highway speeds hanging on the outside of that thing,
And,
which makes me a little nervous.
well, depending on what you're rolling into, that could be a good speed.
Ablative, self-contained ablative meat shields for the Bubba truck makes me nervous.
Mad Mike came
Yep.
up with the idea. Oh, joy.
About my ride to LC. My ride to LC, Rita is driving most of the time. Graphic artists. I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
Or Kelly put a post up at Nortex Troublemakers on Facebook, and somebody will probably get in touch with you.
Yeah. Yeah. I can believe that, Kermit. And when you say hanging on, you were literally hanging on.
Oh yeah. I am not doing 14 hours hanging on the side of a truck.
Yeah. Oh, joy, Winkle Red.
Radar,
Tower free climb service.
Oh.
Oh, ow. That makes my legs hurt just thinking about it. My knees, no. Just no.
No. Well, it's not the knees that hurt me so bad. It's the if you don't get steel plates in the arches of your boots.
Yeah.
About an hour of each rung.
Yeah.
Your arches are killing you.
Yeah, my knees wouldn't take it. Standing on the bumper and holding on one hand. Yep. I was tailboard trash for a few years on the fire department. So
I've been the trunk monkey before.
hanging on to the back of that fire truck with both hands, afraid to look, and hiding behind the hose bed.
The amazing thing about the picture that Cedar took of everybody hanging off the Bubba truck was how many of them that wasn't their first experience.
Yeah. Why do you think I was sitting inside?
Because you're smart.
Yes. Yeah, David, right. The rural fire department. You got that right. Yeah. Red Wing boots are good. Yes. Oh, sorry, Raptor.
What?
He missed it because he was stuck in a meeting again.
No, but replays exist.
Yeah, RK. Some of us thankfully
cowboy.
did not have that pleasure. Doesn't have to drive or get the gate. Yeah,
Yep, the guy in the middle is the real cowboy.
yeah,
Yeah, getting Gates is a pain in the butt.
yeah.
When we go to HUD camp, or well, it used to be our HUD camp. I'm not sure that Cliff's going to be doing it anymore.
Yeah.
There's a gate you have to go through. And last time we were there, it's in the hill country. So hill country, they actually have standing water,
Yeah.
which we're not used to around here. And I got out of Jim's SUV to open the gate and stepped off at ankle deep running water. It's like, what the hell is this stuff?
And oh, by the way, it's Caliche Roads,
Oh, yeah.
which is just so much fun. And we've wasted another hour of your time, folks.
We will not have a Thursday.
Nope.
Nothing because, well, everybody will be on the road or in the sky.
Yep.
Tuesday, I'll probably have an announcement, a minor announcement, nothing big. And
Shorts from LibertyCon.
what?
There may be some shorts posted from LibertyCon.
Shorts posted from Liberty. Oh, stories. I can't have my shorts. I need to wear them. I will be wearing my normal shorts and Hawaiian shirt at LibertyCon, by the way. So if you're looking for the guy in the proper length safari shorts, that'll be me. What are you
Oh.
giggling about?
Oh,
Actually, it's just a point of fact that I'm going to mention because the girls keep giggling about it, especially one of them.
all right, folks. Y'all have a good week,
Y'all be safe.
and especially stay cool if you're in the South, deep South,
No kidding.
as we get the benefits, quote, quote, of all this weather. And remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
Be safe.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye. Fair